Hey guys, welcome back. Let's take a look at today's market, see what we have got. We'll start with the news. Now, the first 3 days of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there hasn't been any news. Only that the Fed chair was testifying on Tuesday and yesterday. Now, today we do have, first of all, GDP month on month on GBP. Now, that will affect our currency pairs, the GU. And now, if you do watch this out, they're expecting it to increase. The GDP is the gross domestic product that affects the strength or the measure of how our economy is performing, okay? Now, if this comes out better, currencies like GU will buy. If it comes out weak, currencies like GU will sell, okay? But also remember, sometimes news that affect GBP also affect Euro, so be on the watch out, okay? Because there's that currency pair that is Euro against the GBP that usually fluctuate a little bit, okay? Now, later on in the day, we have the CPI that is coming out, and the core CPI and CPI year on year, CPI month on month, year on year, and core CPI. This is the consumer price index. This is a major mover, okay? So be careful. Now, last time I remember, I think we sold because let's see how it came out. It came out weak, okay? So we sold, okay? No, for GBP, what I mean is that the dollar was weak. So things like USD, JPY, USD, CAD, USD, CHF, those things sold, okay? But things like gold, USD, GBP, USD, they bought, okay? Now, I'm expecting this to also be weak this time around, okay? So I'm expecting us to have buys. But remember, we also have unemployment claims. Unemployment claims is another major news. You need to check out for this because this one usually have a reverse effect on CPI, because the unemployment claim is the number of people who filed for unemployment. If this number is lower, that means that less people filed for unemployment. It will make the dollar strong because many people got jobs. But if it is more than, it shows that many people filed for unemployment, it makes it weak, okay? So this one and CPI, you need to check it, understand it before you can trade it. Now, if we do go back to our currency pairs, we start with the DXY index. The DXY index, I'm still expecting it to come down here before we can head up. So today I'm expecting it to sell all the way down here, okay? Let's say, what are the hurdles that we might find along the way? This one was a rest before we head up, and now we're heading down. I'm expecting it to break this point and finally get down here where we can buy all the way to the top. Now, with that said, we can go and check now on EU. We'll start with that. On EU, on a daily, it's on a sideways market, but on an uptrend, okay? First of all, we clear the chart. Remember, every day we start with a new canvas. Now, it's heading up, okay? This is on Monday. Tuesday it went down. Wednesday it started heading up. Now, I'm expecting it to come all the way to the top here. But before we can look for those buys, we need to check what the 4-hour and the other lower time frames are telling us. So even in the 1 hour, it shows us that it's heading up. Okay, so I'm expecting it to break this point and head to this point. Now if that is my expectation, on the 1 hour it shows me that it's selling, but no, I'm expecting it to still buy. I'm going to wait for it to break this region and then come down and test to the week before I can buy. Okay, so if I'm expecting that, what should I be doing? I should be watching for this. Just a minute. I should be watching for this. Let's put an alert there. Okay, once it breaks that point, we check for a retest of this area. It needs to break, then come retest before I can enter. That's my rules. You have your own rules, please follow them. Now here it goes. Okay, it comes retest and then I get into a buy until this point. Now things like, let's say what GBP USD is telling us today on a daily, and we need a clean canvas. Okay, it's showing us that it's on a sideways but on the uptrend. Now if it's on the uptrend, we have been waiting for it to break here. Remember, even yesterday I told you we need it to break before we can head up, and then first when it breaks we wait for a retest before we can head up. It looks like it will happen this morning, and then we can head up. So this morning we can do an alert, let's say on this. Okay, yeah, we can do an alert there and then wait for a retest before we can enter into any positions. But now if we do a retest and we get into a position, mine will be here. That is where my TP will be. Okay, yeah, that's where my TP will be. Yeah, okay, although these are not so good trade because I usually like 5:1, 3:1 ratios. This is not such a good one, but okay, we can check on now the final pair, that's the gold. If you do check on the daily, or before we do that, let's head back to GU and check on the lower time frames. The lower time frames, it shows us that, wow, it has bought quite nicely. Okay, so let's wait and see how it will react this area, because this area doesn't have a good order block. This is just a retest, but I think behind here there was an order block, so we will have to wait for it to break this region before we can say that we are doing anything on this pair. Okay, so there, so we'll have to wait for it to break in that box and also come and retest before we can say that we're going to do anything at all. Okay, always be patient, don't rush into these trades, always be patient. Okay, so if that's what we're expecting, let's take a look at gold on a daily clean canvas. It is showing us that it has been collecting orders. This is orders being collected for us to head up. Now we have been ranging in between, let's see, in between this and this. Okay, we've been ranging in between those regions, which is 2450 and 2280. So I'm waiting for it to come and break this, then you can head to 2500. Now today I'm expecting it to come all the way to to at least 2400 before we can retrace a little bit and then continue heading up. Now if that's what you're expecting, if we do check on a 4 hour, we have this handle that is 2390, and then you can head to 2413. Okay, so if that's what you're expecting to see, we need to wait for it to show us a clear indication. Okay, there you go. Once we have gotten this, then you can enter for a buy, for a sell here, for a buy here. Okay, you need to wait for it to break this region, then you can enter for buys until 2413. And right now I'm expecting it to break this small area, and then we can head to 2390 to 2400 before we can head to 2413. Okay, so for me, I'm looking for buys because I'm expecting by end of this week we'll be at 2400 plus, maybe 2450, but we'll have to wait and see. So today, wait for it to break this region. Remember, there's also this region. Once it has broken this, you can head to 2413 and you'll be golden. Always remember to follow your rules, check your confluences, and once they align, get into these trades. Don't let fear prevent you from getting in. Okay, now I'm hoping that you guys usually follow what we discuss, what we analyze, because they've been playing out well, they've been playing out great, and we continue being thankful. Okay, now I don't think there's any other thing, just that please share this, subscribe. Until next time,